SJ Talks on Life coming back at you with another video. Um, I want to address um, some of the comments that are being made um, all over YouTube. Some of the comments that are being made all over YouTube about, I posted a video the other day about a black woman. It's trending all over YouTube about a black woman getting hit with a brick by a man because she turned down his advances. And I've been reading comments across the board. As some comments was made, put on that video that I did, and I've been reading comments on other YouTubers' videos about um, this, and I'm not happy, and I'm not happy, and not pleased, and I'm not happy at all. Um, it goes to show you how divided our people are, how bad this gender war is between black men and black women. It makes me very sad. I wasn't gonna do this video today because I really didn't feel like doing a video today, but I felt I really need to talk about this and address this. It just really makes me sad, the gender war that's between black men and black women has taken on a horrible turn. Black men, some of them, I'm just gonna state some of the comments that the black men are making that I've been reading in all these comment sections all over YouTube. They're saying that um, because, as I mentioned in the other video, because black women we are strong, and we say we're strong, and not all of us are saying that because they feel, I'm going to put it like this, because they feel that black women have a strong independent spirit, and uh, they claim that all of us black women, because because a few black women are saying something or doing something, they lump us all in the same box and say that we're all saying it and doing it. And we're saying, they say that we're saying we don't need black men, and they're saying that we're strong and independent, and because we're saying that, they don't need we don't need their protection. And I addressed that in another video as well. Now I'm not saying all black, because there's some black men that are actually coming forth and saying that there's no reason, no way that man should have hit her in the face with a brick, and there's some black men that have been coming forth and saying that that was wrong and everything, but I'm hearing an overwhelming amount of black men that are saying they're trying to justify. They have a fake video that is circulating saying that she hit some white guy. Now, since when do black men care about what black women are doing to white men? Any other time, y'all uh, are totally against black women having any kind of dealings with white men and this and that and the other. Since when do black men care anything about a black woman doing anything to a white man? Since when? But now all of a sudden they care. They set up. She did a skit. It was a skit that she did. I don't know when she did it, but they say she even put it in the thing that it was a skit that she slapped a white guy, but it was just a skit. They said she made it very clear that it was a skit. And then it was another video of her twerking. So they pieced the videos together and try to make it look like it was the same video of her getting hit. And it was a black female YouTuber that had to come on here and literally point out the differences between the shots. That the background was different and this and that and the other. So a lot of black men are trying to paint this narrative that because she hit a white man, and since when does a black woman twerking make her deserving of being attacked? So black men, a lot of black men are trying to paint this narrative that because this fake video is circulating of her, that was a skit of her hitting a white guy, that she somehow deserved this her being hit in the face with a brick and suffering a concussion. That man could have killed her. So they're running around trying to paint this false narrative because they said the video is fake, and that was a totally different time. That was a skit, and it was a complete. And the video of her twerking was at a different time, but they doctored it up, pieced edited it together to try to make it seem like it happened at the same time. So they're trying to paint this narrative only amongst our race of people, that when something happens with a black woman, they try to somehow say that she deserved it, that it was she deserved to get what she got. And there's some men that actually came out and said that. And then some guy came in my comment section talking about, oh, I let him have it. There was some men, I'm not going to read the whole thing verbatim because he's long winded. I just kind of got the gist of what he said. But he basically said in so many words that she deserved, he said something about black men are tired. And because black women, like once again, when a certain amount of black women are doing things or have a certain mentality, they say it's all of us. Like I said in the other video, we're not a monolith. We're not monolithic. All of us are not the same. But a good percentage of our men like to generalize us and put us all in the same box. And they're saying, a lot of them are saying, this guy said, and other black men saying, well, black women need to check their attitudes and all this kind of stuff. I do not care what her views are. And some of them said that she made some disparaging remarks about black men. I don't care what her views are, what her opinions were. Um, they don't even know this woman to assume that she has an attitude. But they're bringing up all these other black women in reference to this situation here. They're saying because black women have attitudes and all this kind of stuff, uh, maybe, just maybe, he didn't approach her right. Because a lot of times black men don't know how to approach black women. Let's call a thing a thing. A lot of times black men don't know how to approach black women. And they come at black women very disrespectful. You can't come at a black woman disrespectful and expect for her to not have some type of reaction to it. I'm getting tired of this narrative expecting black women to not feel, to not be angry, to not be upset. Black women are human beings just like everybody else. Okay? And a lot of times black men do not know how to approach, not saying all black men, but a lot of times black men don't come correct in how they're approaching black women. Sometimes they are disrespectful in terms of how they approach black women. Who's to say that that black man wasn't being disrespectful to her and she reacted? But they don't talk about that. But a lot of these black men are going into their feelings. They're going into their feelings and their experiences. They going all into that area of their experiences that they've had with black women and applying it to this situation here, which don't even make no sense. Well, black women need to check their attitudes and all this stuff. And so that means that what do you mean? What are you saying? In essence, what are you saying? You're saying that a black women deserve to be attacked. Black women deserve to be hit by bricks because you perceive us all as having bad attitudes. And I had to tell some of them that I said, who are you talking about? Y'all black women have. I said, who is y'all? Are you talking about? Who is this y'all? I said, I treat everybody with, including black men, with respect. I know a lot of other respectful black women that are not rude and have bad attitudes like y'all say all of us do. I said, who is this y'all that y'all you talking about? Because you're certainly not talking about me. You're not talking about a lot of other black women that I know. And I told this one guy, I said all women can have an attitude. It depends on the individual woman. I've encountered a lot of white women that had attitudes. I have worked in the workplace with white females with attitudes. But people make 50 excuses for them. That's the only difference. And black men totally dismiss the fact that they even have an attitude at all. But it depends on, I find that it depends on the person. It depends on the individual person. Not all white women have attitudes, but some of them do. Not all black women have attitudes, but some of them do. It just depends on the person. You cannot put all black women in the same box and say that we all have attitudes because you don't know all black women. You're only talking about the ones that you have encountered. And a lot of times it's cause and effect. They're not talking about what black men sometimes do to bring on an attitude. They do things to black women, come at black women all wrong and disrespectful, and expect for black women to not react to it. How is in what world is that okay? I'm telling you, a lot of these black men are some of the most misogynistic people on the planet. They're some of the most misogynistic people on the planet, bar none. And I'm very, very disheartened. It's so disheartening to read these comments coming from black men trying to use this fake video that they concocted up to justify this woman. Then there's a lot of them are saying, "Oh, she's Somalian." What the heck does that have to do with anything? She's still a black woman. I don't care if she was from Istanbul. She's still a black woman. I don't care if she's from Tasmania. I don't care if she's from Bucktussle. She's still a black woman. What difference does it make? She's still black to me. And she's here in the United States. What difference does that make if she's Somalian? Well, she's Somalian. And what's your point? What is your point? See, they're trying to say all this stuff to justify. And then some of them are saying, "Well, I'm not trying to say what happened to her was right, but they'll say I'm not trying to say what happened to her was right, but," and then they sell "but," and then they go into all this black women have attitudes and this and that and the other. Well, what does that have to do with this individual black woman here? What message are you sending to the black women in your family, your mother, your aunts, your cousins, your daughters, your wife, girlfriends? What message does that send to them? That because a certain percentage of black women you perceive as having attitudes, well, you say it's all black women that deserve to be disrespected like this. They deserve to be attacked. He could have killed this woman. She had a concussion. He was in the hospital for 12 hours. That man could have unalived her. Killed, unalived. I don't know why it's a big deal about saying that on YouTube. It's just something I messes with you. I don't know. He could have unalived her. So it's really sad. It's really sad that hatred. I call it black supremacy. I was actually supposed to do a video talking about that. Black supremacy. It's black supremacy. It's black supremacy. Straight up and down. We getting all this hatred coming from our own men. There is absolutely no You should not be hitting anybody. You should not be hitting anybody with a brick. Let alone a black woman or a woman. You should not be hitting anybody with a brick. Nobody should be getting hit with a brick. Nobody. It is totally unacceptable for anybody to get hit with a brick, but especially a woman. You certainly do not hit a woman with a brick of no race. It is completely unacceptable. I don't care what her views were or whatever the situation was. That man had no right to attack that woman. That man had no right to hit that woman with a brick. And for people to concoct a fake video and try to use it to justify why this woman was attacked is just appalling to me. That's just like white when a black man gets beat up or unalived by the white police. The white people saying, and a lot of them, and mind you, a lot of them say it, because I read the blogs, and a lot of them say it. Well, he should have complied, suggesting that he deserved what he got because he didn't comply. And they don't even have to know all the facts of the situation. That's the first thing that comes out of their mouth. Well, he should have complied. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Y'all get mad when white people say stuff like that, but then when it comes to a black woman, you have just as much hatred and discrimination. What is wrong with our people? How are we crying about racism and how are we being treated by white people when this is how we're treating our own race? This is unacceptable. And those men should not have been standing around. Somebody should have helped her. But because black men have this biasness about all black women, and a lot of them have the mindset that we don't deserve protection, that's very disturbing. So a lot of people are saying black women need to strap up and start protecting themselves. Well, I guess so. If black men are not going to come to the rescue, I guess so. But I just really think it's sad. I think it's sad that this woman was attacked. I think it's sad that a lot of men, black men, are trying to justify it and trying to say she deserved what she got because of a fake video circulating. They try to paint these fake narratives and try to talk about black women having attitudes and this and that. It just perpetuates the violence, the high rates of black femicide and the violence in the black community toward black women. It just perpetuates that, and it's just really sad that we can't get the support from the men in our community. That's really sad. Like I said, some black men did come forth and say that was wrong and that there's no way that that should have happened to her and stuff like that. But it's too many black men that are saying, trying to make excuses and trying to justify why she deserved this. And they're saying, oh, she's not innocent and all this. I don't care what the situation is. That man had no business hitting her in the face with a brick. I don't care what nobody, you don't hit nobody in the face with a brick, no, regardless of who they are. There's no justification. And on top of that, she was unarmed. She didn't have no weapon on her or nothing. He wasn't fearing for his life. I mean, you can kind of make more sense of it if he said, "Well, she had a gun, and I thought she was going to shoot me, or I feared for my life in some kind of way." Well, you can make more sense of it, but you really can't make sense of this because she rejected him. And y'all don't even know how he came at her. He could have came at her totally disrespectful. You weren't even there. But okay, I remember black women are not worthy of respect. We're not worthy of respect. We're not worthy. You black men get called simps for treating black women with love and respect. We're not worthy of respect. But I just hit me up in the comment section. I'm just so disheartened by this. I'm so sick and tired of this gender war between black men and black women. I'm so sick and tired of us being divided and not unified. I'm so sick and tired of black women being attacked and being unalived. Uh, 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 I don't know how many times throughout the day. I'm getting so tired of black women being disrespected, no matter how good of a person. And I get so frustrated sometimes because I've been a good woman all my life. I've tried to be a good person. There's good black women in my family. I know personally know lots of good black women, Christian black women that's not even cut like that don't even have that mindset. And I get so frustrated because it just seems like no matter how good we try to be, it's not enough. We still get stereotyped, generalized, and we're getting the most hatred at the hands of from our own men. We're getting it from our own men. And I know it's not all black men, but it's too many. It's too many. It's too many black men that are displaying this hatred towards black women. And it's very disturbing. This gender war is just taking a very evil, demonic, disturbing turn. And it's really sad. It's really sad. It was okay, and a lot of people brought that up too. That was a good point. That the Alabama brawl, a whole bunch of people, including black women, came to this black man's aid. I thought it was a beautiful thing because it showed unity amongst black people. It was okay for black people to come to his aid, and rightfully so. But when it comes to a black woman, y'all got a problem with it. So it's okay to help a black man, but it ain't okay to jump in and help a black woman? What values does that suggest? What message are we sending to our young black girls coming up? Our young generations of black girls coming up. What message are we sending to them? That they are not worthy of love, they're not worthy of respect, they're not worthy, they don't deserve protection. Hit me up in that comment section, like, subscribe, and share, hit the notification bell. And until the next video, be blessed.